Deputy Speaker Paulo Ortega V. We're now ready to entertain your questions. Haji?
Good morning po, sirs. Over the weekend, sa isang interview po, no, sinabi ni Prosecutor Bel Zamora na dapat dumalo si VP Sara Duterte sa impeachment trial tulad po ng ginawa noon ni Chief Justice Renato Corona. Kung sakali po na magpakita sa trial si VP, especially tomorrow, magkakaroon po ba ng pagbabago sa approach po ninyo sa direct examination, or sa palagay po ninyo papaano po makakaapekto yung pagdalo ni VP sa trial sa mga diskarte at saka sa strategies po ninyo?
Well, sa tingin ko, hindi naman makakaapekto yon dahil as we always say and always state that the prosecution panel, the prosecution team is prepared to do their direct examination sa mga witnesses at mga ebidensyang inilatag natin. So kahit sinong umattend, wala naman hong epekto yan sa pag-conduct ng direct examination doon sa ating mga witnesses. Sa aking palagay, mas makakabuti na umattend ang ating pangalawang Pangulo nang sa ganon, marinig natin kung ano ang sagot doon sa mga aligasyon na inailatag dito sa Articles of Impeachment na inihain ng ating House of Representatives.
Ako idadagdag ko lang, it's not so much on the presentation of the case of the prosecution. It's her owning to her narrative that she is not guilty of all these charges. And the people deserve to know from her the truth. At the very least, denying all these allegations. So hindi doon sa prosecution or mayroon bang epekto sa prosecution, ito yung matagal ng panawagan ng taong bayan na pumunta siya kasi this is her trial at marinig sa kanya from her kung ano yung mga kasagutan nila dito sa kaso na pinipresenta against her ng prosecution.
Yes, maybe just to add a little bit to that. Diba? Again, regardless of who will be there, the respondent or anyone else, the strategy of the prosecution remains the same, that we will present evidence in a proper and efficient and effective manner. Now, if it will have any effect in the presence of the Vice President, if at all, maybe ito yung not on the strategy of the prosecution in presenting any of our witnesses, but at the very least, this will show that she's finally heeding the call of the people, asking her to show respect to the constitutional process and to the impeachment court by facing these charges in person and letting the people hear how she will answer these serious allegations.
So sa makatwid po, safe to say, walang magiging intimidation. Hindi kayo may intimidate kahit na may presence, kahit na dumalo po si VP.
Ako magpapasalamat ako siguro. Thank you nakadalo ka sa trial of the century. Malaking bagay po na nandito kayo kasi matagal na po itong inaabangan, saka nasa tamang forum na po tayo para masagot yung mga katanungan at saka mga allegations. So, thank you po, ma'am. Salamat.
Nobody gets intimidated. Nobody gets intimidated. Ang pinag-uusapan dito yung proseso ng trial, yung pananagutan ng trial. So nobody is being tried to be scared of. Kasi ang pinag-uusapan po nito, paano ilatag ang proseso, paano ilatag ang kaso, paano sagutin ang kaso. Siya naman po yung nagsasalita from the very start na ready na po sila sumagot ng kaso. So we take that as a sign that she will take her case, her trial seriously by attending in the coming days sana.
Sorry. Last na lang po, Diaz pa, may comment ka na lang dun sa sinabi ni Secretary Bantog na parang nag-request po yata yung defense na magpasok ng appliances and other equipment po nung bumisita po si Attorney Zulaika Lopez here last week.
Hindi naman bago yun sa amin kasi doon pa lang sa hearing sa House noon, may dala rin sila mga sariling baon nila saka supplies. So, baka may mga specifications siguro sila na kailangan. Saka baka, minsan kasi pag mahilig ka sa mga iba-ibang klaseng kape, medyo mas, particular ka sa lasa ng kape. Oo. May mga ganun kasi na parang they function better with good coffee. Siyempre, kami naman ni Kong Sia, 3-in-1 lang kami. Okay na. So, more on admin naman yung mga sinabi ni Seka Bantog. So, baka yun lang yung mga, more on specifics lang. If ever they decide to attend or bless us with their presence.
Good morning po, sirs. Na-file na po ba ng prosecution yung request to subpoena the Vice President?
I don't think we've filed it at this time, not yet.
Within the week po kaya, sir? Do you have a timeline?
Well, as we've stated before, no, if and when she will be called as a witness by the prosecution, di ba? And again, not preempting the action that the impeachment court may take on this matter. No? It's quite novel. I'm sure magkakaroon ng question dyan in the first place. Can she be called by the prosecution as a witness? No, because well, technically this is not a criminal case, so she's not an accused and she's a respondent. No? So yung absolute right against self-incrimination, no, you cannot invoke this to even take the stand. But again, let's see how the impeachment court will act on it. But magiging relevant naman ho kasi yung testimony niya, not just with respect to threats, if ever, it will be relevant with respect to all of the articles of her impeachment. So, under deliberation naman ho yan, pwede naman hong could be possible na for this article or for the last one. So, let's see ho.
Sir, ano pong ina-expect natin this afternoon?
Well, ang ina-expect natin ay yung ipapakilala ulit ng ating prosecution panel, yung aming mga inilistang mga witnesses. Nang sa ganon, mabigyan ng tibay at mapagtibay yung earlier testimony na ginawa naming first witness, si John Mark Calilong. Just to be clear about this, itong proseso kasing ginagawa natin, ay yung unang 3 araw ay nakita na ho yung ating proseso na umaandar. Everybody heard the testimony of John Mark Calilong, and for the prosecution, we feel that it was a competent statement made by the expert witness on the authentication. In fact, hindi nga din ito dininay nung kabilang pani. Na nagpapatunay na totoo, authentic itong video ito. Ngayon, inaasahan natin na para mas mapalakas at mapatibay pa yung mga statements that John Mark Calilong made during the time that he was being examined by both panels. Ito ngayon ay magbibigay ng mas matibay na puwersa. Bakit? Ang resulta ng investigation maaaring ilabas, ano ba yung mga pamantayan kung bakit nagkaroon ng investigation? Pangatlo, syempre, sino itong magbibigay ng testimonya para mapalakas ang statements na binigay ni John Mark Calilong? So, this is now moving forward. Hindi na ito yung unang ebidensyang inilatag. May bago tayong ebidensyang inilatag sa pamamagitan ng statements nitong ating mga bagong witnesses.
If I can just add something quickly. So, just to recap, in the first week of the trial, when we presented the NBI agent who authenticated the video, no? Again, as mentioned, maliwanag na ho dito, first, yung authenticity. Although at first, it seemed that they were trying to question his credentials and question the authenticity of the video. But later on, they conceded its authenticity by using the very same video, no, in their cross-examination. At we would also want to point out, maalala ho natin, mismong abogado na ho, no, ng respondent na umamin, no, na ginawa niya ho itong statement na to. Just to be accurate, when asked by Senator Risa Hontiveros, the question, sinasabi ba ng defense na ang threats ay prompted ng detention ni Zulaika Lopez? Answer, yes, Your Honor. In other words, wala nang question, no, maliwanag na sinabi talaga itong threats na to. Ngayon, ito hong susunod na witness namin, ilalatag naman ho niya, ano yung mga investigasyon na ginawa ng NBI kaugnay ho dito sa mga pagbabanta na ginawa ho ng respondent.
Dadagdag ko lang doon, I think the prosecution case is being built one piece at a time. One evidence at a time. So ito po yung tatahi doon sa naging pahayag nung last week ni Mr. Calilong, no? Ang gusto nating ipahiwatig hindi lang po sa korte pero sa ating taong bayan, buong picture. Kung buong picture na yon, kung saan yung nagbanta nga ang Vice Presidente. I think clear na yon yung pagbabanta. Last week, hindi lang yon na yung nababasa natin, napapanood natin sa YouTube. Ito na ay isang official na na-entry ng ebidensya sa korte. So, babigyan po ng konteksto at papaliwanag sa atin itong susunod na magiging witness para yung taong bayan mabigyan ng kumpletong larawan kung ano po yung naging investigasyon, ano po yung naging resulta ng investigasyon. So this is part of the piece by piece na ginagawa po ng prosecution panel para yung continuity ng pagtatahi ng kaso nila ay ma-establish po natin dito sa Article 4.
Dagdagan ko lang din ulit yung sinabi ni Congressman Adjong. No? Yung unang linggo, nakita natin na naipakita, na ilatag ang ebidensya. At ito naman ay pinatunayan na authentic na ebidensya kahit na ng kabilang panig. No? Ngayong linggong ito, we will have to move forward by establishing whether the Vice President is fit to be in the office or not. No? Hindi ito parang criminal case na kung saan yung mga elements of the crime ay mapapatunayan sa korte at pagka ito'y napatunayan, ikay makukulong. Ito ho, walang kulong. This process, this impeachment process, walang kulong. Kundi yung pagtatanggal lamang sa opisina. Kasi ang malaking tanong, ikaw ba ay karapat dapat na manilbihan o manungkulan bilang pangalawang Pangulo after nakita natin itong mga ebidensyang inilatag na ito?
Pwede ako magsalita? Okay lang. Hindi, siguro to cap naman po. Siyempre marami po talagang tanong ang media parang about what do you predict, ano po sa palagay nyo, ano yung mga pasabog sa susunod. Gusto nyo ba ng spoiler? Yes. Ang spoiler lang kasi na pwede kong ibigay, magiging consistent lagi ang prosecution panel, ang prosecutors, no? Sigurado yan na nakahanda at mas maingay ang ebidensya sa kahit anumang ingay sa palibot ng ating impeachment. So, consistency siguro ang magiging tema sa kalakas ng ebidensya ng buong impeachment trial na to. Thank you.